And now for the news in detail. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa deputized his representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs and chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to attend the closing ceremony of the 6th edition of the Nasser bin Hamad Marine Heritage Season, organized by the Bahrain Heritage Traditional Sports Committee. Mawruth was held today at the outdoor arena of the Bahrain National Museum in the presence of the first deputy chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, chairman of the General Sports Authority and president of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The 6th edition of the Nasser bin Hamad Marine Heritage Sports Season were reviewed, which comes with the aim of reviving the marine heritage for which the Kingdom of Bahrain has been famous since ancient times, which made Bahrain an important regional center for pearl fishing. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa witnessed a popular rowing race for heritage boats class 30 feet for a distance of 3,000 meters for His Majesty the King's Cup, and the joint Gulf race for traditional sailing boats class 22 feet for His Majesty the King's Cup as well. The race was held by the Bahraini Committee for Folklore, Sports and Al Udaid Marine Sports Club in the United Arab Emirates. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa also followed the inherited race competition for free diving without modern equipment for professionals and the open water swimming race for those over 40 years old. The president of Al Udaid Marine Sports Club, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Fatain Al Rumaithi, presented a souvenir to His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who later crowned the winners of the various competitions, congratulating them and praising their performance. On this occasion, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa stressed that the directives of His Majesty the King to preserve the national heritage represent a beacon for Bahraini youth to revive their heritage and preserve their authentic identity. His Highness expressed his gratitude to His Majesty the King for sponsoring the closing ceremony, noting that the royal patronage encourages young people to participate in heritage events organized by the Bahrain Heritage Sports Committee. The Samoom team, led by Ahmed Nasser Al Busmait, won His Majesty the King's Cup for folk rowing boats 30-foot category. The Asar team, led by Abdullah Khalif Al Haddi, was placed second, and the Al Dhafra team, led by Mohammed Jassim Al Deri, was placed third. The Nimran 81 team also won the joint Gulf race for traditional sailing boats in the 22-foot category, while the Barak 1 team was placed second and the Murban 2 team was placed third. Mohammed Jum'a won the open water swimming competition for the age group between 40 and 50. Mohammed Dosari was placed second and Nawaf Mujdam third. Abdurrahman Jassim won the age group between 51 to 60. Jamal Dosari was placed second and Adnan Al Burshaid was placed third. In the inherited race competition for free diving without equipment for the longest possible period of time, the competition was won by Faisal Al Dawadi, Salman Al Hajri in second place, and Adnan Al Anizi in third. The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Honorary President of the Royal Equestrian and Endurance Federation, Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, followed the second championship of the 2023-2024 endurance season organized by the Royal Equestrian and Endurance Racing Federation in the presence of Vice President of the Supreme Council for the Environment, Vice President of the Supreme Authority of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club, His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid bin Isa Al Khalifa, and member of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa congratulated His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa, rider of the victorious team who was crowned champion of the local race for a distance of 120 kilometers, praising the team for leading the race and achieving the first positions. His Highness stressed that the wide participation witnessed in the races is an indication of the goals achieved by the Royal Equestrian and Endurance Racing Federation by creating ideal atmosphere for all stables and riders in order to increase the base for endurance sports. His Highness indicated that the endurance sports is proceeding according to an ambitious plan towards further development and prosperity. His Highness Sheikh Nasser praised the performance of the riders in stables and international, local and qualifying races and their keenness to make efforts to achieve positive results and reach their goals from these participations, wishing them luck in the upcoming tournaments. The winners in the local 120-kilometer race were crowned, all of them from the victorious team, where His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa was placed first, Mohammed Khalid Al Ruwai'i was placed second, and Salman Isa was placed third. The victorious team was also crowned with the award for the best condition of the horse under the patronage of Her Highness Sheikha Noura bint Hamad Al Khalifa, leader of the riders team, where the award was won by the rider Mohammed Khalid Al Ruwai'i. Under the patronage of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the third edition of His Highness's amateur cycling competition, organized by the Bahrain Cycling Federation and in cooperation with Events Company, was held. The fourth and final stage was held for a distance of 80 kilometers. The winners were crowned in the presence of the CEO of the General Sports Authority, Dr. Abdurrahman Sadiq Askar, President of the Bahrain Cycling Federation, Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, officials of sponsoring and contributing companies, and representatives of the Supreme Organizing Committee. Cyclist Abdullah Ali won the fourth and final stage for Bahrainis, and Moroccan cyclist Saeed Balwash won Gulf National Team and Residence Race. Bahraini cyclist Abdullah Ali was crowned champion of the tour and was officially crowned with the yellow and red jerseys as the best time and highest points, while cyclist Mohammed Aqil won the blue jersey for under 23 years and cyclist Mohammed Khatam won the green jersey for over 40 years. Cyclist Adil Barbari from the Dubai police team won the orange and grey jerseys as champion of the Gulf Tour and the national team with the highest points and the best time. The purple jersey was won by the Emirati cyclist Mohammed Abdullah Al-Hamadi from the Al Wathba team for under 23 years, and cyclist Vladimir won the pink jersey for over 40. In the 10-kilometer race for People of Determination, the first place was won by cyclist Nasser Al-Muraisi, and Bahraini cyclist Fatma Murad won the Bahraini women's race, and the Chinese cyclist Filin won the nationals, teams and female residence tour. Interior Minister and Chairman of the Civil Defense Council, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, visited the General Directorate of Civil Defense yesterday in recognition of its role in protecting lives and property, as well as in reinforcing the general safety of citizens and residents. The Interior Minister hailed the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the follow-up of the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, for the development and modernization of the Interior Ministry and the launch of the general safety initiatives and programs. The Minister also appreciated the Civil Defense efforts and professionalism through its officers, commissioned officers, and other ranks. He asserted the importance of reviewing procedures periodically and moving forward and reinforcing precautionary measures for civil protection and evaluating preparedness in dealing with potential risks. The Interior Minister directed police personnel who joined the civil defense recently to carry on their efforts by being committed to swift response and professional dealing with accidents within the plans and procedures. During the visit, the Interior Minister inspected the new civil defense fleet capable of achieving swift response principles and professionalism. The fleet is equipped with the latest technology, making it an added value and reinforcing security and safety procedures. The Director General of Civil Defense, Brigadier Ali Al-Kabesi, hailed the support of the Interior Minister and the follow-up of the Chief of Public Security for the Civil Defense Plan and Procedures. He indicated that upgrading the technical fleet and civil defense vehicles is a positive reflection of achieving the swift response principles. The Interior Minister was briefed about the National Civil Protection Platform and its awareness topics. Then he launched the platform, asserting that the community partnership has become a civilized reality in the constructive, prosperous and stable system of the Kingdom of Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty the King and the follow-up of the government led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He added that within the integrated national efforts for a secure community based on awareness, the National Civil Protection Platform was launched, to which anyone can have access to, being a national project aimed at enhancing public safety, pointing out that the platform allows citizens to have access to information that concerns their safety in a modern way and works to enhance the security culture in society by employing modern technologies. In the same context, the Interior Minister announced the launch of the volunteering project for the civil defense to promote community partnership. The project aims to prepare the volunteers and enhance safety and preventative awareness among members of the Bahraini society. Volunteers are selected according to specific requirements and classified into two categories: general volunteers and specialized volunteers. Then they are trained to integrate into work gradually. The annual Olympic Day was launched at the Water Garden City Beach in the Sif District today under the patronage of the First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The Bahrain Olympic Day featured many competitions and sports shows such as sailing, rowing, beach soccer and beach volleyball, in addition to water, swimming, paddle, mixed martial arts, netball, weightlifting and aquathlon. The main event was the Olympic Day run for the age groups under 15 years, 16 to 19, 20 to 40 and over 41. An interactive theater including many competitions and shows were also held. The Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club organized this afternoon the third race meeting of the season. The race was held for the Cups of the Arabian Horse Company and the Cup of the Palace Enterprises. The event took place at the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club racetrack in Al-Rafah Sakhir. The race was attended by a number of Their Highnesses representatives of the race sponsors and horse racing fans. Trophies were presented to the winners after the event, which consisted of 8 races. The Bahrain national bodybuilding team continued to attain honorable achievements in the World Bodybuilding Championships, whose competition were held in the city of Santa Susana in Spain from the 1st to the 6th of November. With the participation of more than 1,500 competitors in various categories, the tournament witnessed Bahraini Abdullah Isa winning second place in the Master Physique category for the age group 45 to 49. This adds a second silver medal for Bahrain following the achievement of Bahraini champion Khalid Saidi, who came in second place in the 176 centimeter physique competition on the first day of competition. The president of the International Federation for Bodybuilding and Fitness, Dr. Rafael Sontagana, praised the efforts of the Bahraini Federation. He added that the International Federation always seeks to provide support and assistance to the Bahraini Federation in order to achieve success. The Gulf School Health Day concluded in the presence of a number of officials and stakeholders from the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education. Health Undersecretary Dr. Walid Al-Mani' stressed the need of continued care to enhance school health and the health of adolescents and youth by increasing awareness of healthy behaviors and patterns among these groups. He pointed out that the Kingdom of Bahrain places the promotion of public health for all age groups as a top priority, as it is one of the important foundations for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. At the present time, bullying in schools has become a serious phenomenon that threatens safety of students and the correct and proper functioning of the teaching process. As this phenomenon affects the psyche of students and prevents them from studying and achieving academic excellence and from establishing close and solid friendships among them, its objectives were awareness on dangers of bullying and its impact on the mental health of the child, clarifying principles and ethics of dealing with others in the school environment, and enhancing confidence of the child by the parents. The Ministry of Municipality Affairs and Agriculture reported that the average production of marine wealth from fisheries in the territorial waters of the Kingdom of Bahrain reached about 18 tons last year. The ministry indicated that the production from fish farming reached about 162 tons in 2022 of marine and freshwater fish, noting at the same time that continuing the decision to ban shrimp fishing ensures the preservation of fish stock. Bahrain will participate in the prestigious China International Import Expo CIIE 2023 exhibition scheduled to take place in Shanghai from November the 5th to the 10th. The strategic partner, Export Bahrain, is spearheading this initiative, aiming to showcase Bahrain's finest products and services in specialized international arenas with a focus on expanding exports to promising markets. Export Bahrain said that joining forces with Exhibition World Bahrain EWB and Bahrain Institute for Pearls and Precious Stones Danat, this collaboration promises to deliver exceptional results. The first ever Bahrain Pavilion will serve as a captivating reflection of the kingdom's reality and progress. The pavilion offers visitors a comprehensive and immersive experience that highlights Bahrain's cultural, economic, and heritage assets, establishing it as a fertile hub for investment and promising development opportunities. Meticulously designed, the pavilion incorporates creative elements that represent Bahrain's main exports, including aluminum, steel, and gold. Though through its participation, Export Bahrain aims to create new export opportunities to China while also fostering stronger trade ties and enhancing economic cooperation between the two nations. The President of the United Arab Emirates, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi discussed in a phone call recent developments in the Middle East, particularly the escalating humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip and the implications of the situation on the region. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and Modi also discussed the importance of urgent diplomatic efforts to establish a clear pathway to achieve a comprehensive, just and sustainable peace, thereby ensuring the stability, security, and peace of the broader region and preventing the escalation of violence and crises. The UAE President emphasized the priority of intensifying efforts to stop the deteriorating humanitarian conditions of civilians in Gaza while protecting their lives. In addition, he stressed the need to ensure the swift delivery of aid and enable humanitarian organizations to fulfill their obligations in this regard. Jordan's King Abdullah II stressed the need to continue Arab coordination to speak with one voice with the international community about the dangerous developments in Gaza. The Jordanian king affirmed during his meeting with a number of Arab foreign ministers participating in the Amman-Gaza meeting that the military or security solution will not succeed in ending the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, but rather the only way is a political solution to achieve a just and comprehensive peace based on the two-state solution. The king pointed to Jordan's firm position in supporting the Palestinian brothers in achieving their legitimate rights through the establishment of their independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital. He called for continued support for international organizations working in the sector, especially the United Nations Relief and Work Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA. Jordan announced that its foreign minister and his counterpart from the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Egypt held a joint meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Amman to discuss the latest developments in Gaza. Arab leaders, including the Secretary of the Executive Committee of Palestine Liberation Organization, held a coordination meeting in the context of their efforts aimed at stopping the Israeli war on Gaza and the humanitarian catastrophe it is causing. The ministers will then hold a joint meeting with Blinken, during which they will affirm the Arab position calling for an immediate ceasefire and the immediate and urgent delivery of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, emphasizing that the officials will discuss ways to end this dangerous deterioration that threatens the security of the entire region.